Boys, where are we going? We're going. All right, boys, we are departing.
All right, Marines, we're ready. We're going on this very secret mission into the wild to retrieve a special artifact.
This little yee ho has to check with his mother first.
But I know where we are going.
Are you prepared?
Yes. We've got everyone.
Going exactly.
The wild.
Where is the wild? Which
Yeah.
direction?
Where isn't the wild?
That's true.
Scrants, because he was late. No.
All right, guys. Don't deface the Christchurch sign.
Chris, can you do a default dance?
Okay, let's try to not put any sec.
Yeah, well, I'm not. This isn't sacrilege. This is my religion.
Where we are,
You know what I'm saying, bro?
right?
You know what I'm saying, bro?
The sign literally says.
Straight out of the Battle of Verdun. It was quite rough. There was some deep mud. You could really feel it getting in your boots. And we lost many men, but overall it was a successful. So it feels good to be going in the wild when you're not being hunted by a bunch of kraut.
Scouts up front. Scouts up front.
Right. Quickly, I have visuals.
Okay, so we got people.
A few of those gummy bears. I had 6 of them. I'm starting to have like weird frequent farts.
Yeah,
So-
I have 2, Chris.
But they're abnormal. They're abnormal.
I had 5. I'm feeling better than before.
Jesus is real. I'd say you go with the flash now.
Okay,
Just because.
where are we going, Chris?
Why?
To hell and back.
This is the threshold. This is the threshold.
What?
It's a Brocheski.
Best friend.
You got mud, boys.
Stick to the left line. Oh, guys, we got a Snapchat.
Come find
Turn the light off.
No, it's not.
Okay, we're good, boys.
Alright, lights on.
We've got numbers.
We're going in the woods now. We're off trail.
Reed, if you're gonna walk slow, go in the back.
The clown snatch. So there was this one night. It was around Halloween. It takes place around Halloween. And, you know, there's these 2 kids. They have their parents. Most kids do. You know, I don't have them, these two kids' parents, they hadn't been on a date in a while, so they decided on this October night that they were gonna go on a date.
What's our first issue?
All right, the story will continue.
The story will continue. You're gonna.
Yeah, well, that's legit what we're doing tonight. I think we wanted to say
Rose before hose.
Flashlight.
Yeah, someone's got to keep the flashlight on it so we can all get by. So Trent, that's gonna have to be you.
I know.
I've taken up the asking for at least one finger.
All right, boys, we had to cut the lights because we're approaching buildings.
We told the police that a black guy shot him to get insurance money.
We found horses. Do you remember where you left off?
Yeah. So these 2 parents, right? They hadn't been on a date night in a while, so they decided to go on one, and they found this babysitter, and
Because we need to let you and Alex get in front, and then
these 2 parents, right? They went on a date night, and they needed to find a babysitter, and it was just by chance that they found a new babysitter. She had done one job before, and she got fairly good ratings, so they hired her. Anyways, so they told her what the requirements were, like bedtime and what she shouldn't give them, like sugar and stuff, you know, like little kids shouldn't have, but anyways, I gotta get to the meat and potatoes of the story. So, now, at this juncture, it's important to understand the character. The babysitter, since she was fresh into her job, she didn't really know, like, what her clients would exactly want. So when something kind of nerve-wracking or something a little bit suspicious came up, she would call the parents, right? She was kind of inexperienced, but she had gotten good reviews from the previous jobs. Now the kids, one of the kids, the sister of the two, was known to be a little bit of a troublemaker. She was known to cause a little bit of mischief, and she was also known to lie a little bit. The mother told the babysitter this beforehand, that, well, she had been having these weird dreams beforehand, and she was good at acting, so they thought that these were just dreams. She said that there was this man who would come into her room at night and just stand there and watch the brother and sister while they would sleep. But they kind of dismissed it since, like I said, she had caused mischief before and everything. She liked to hide things from her brother and kind of try to blame things on her brother when it was obvious that was her. Now the brother was a little bit, I guess how you say, he was a little bit submissive, and he was a little bit flustered in situations of sort of like nervousness and kind of stressful situations.
Alright, this is one. This is one. I'll go ahead.
Okay. Babysitter came to the house, right? And she started sitting them down with some TV shows, some children's TV shows, and the night was cool, the windows were open, they could hear the animals outside and everything, and it was quite a peaceful but oddly kind of unnerving. I'll go ahead and I'll tell the rest. Now, and the girl decided to start to play a prank. Now, the prank she played was she tried to scare them, and her attempts were pretty poor. They didn't do anything. She would try to hide behind corners or hide away, basically, trying to make the babysitter worried and nervous. And the babysitter at first fell for these, but eventually she learned that this was not. She eventually learned that these were just pranks, and she kind of started to disregard them. Now, as the night went on, it was starting to get late, around like 8 o'clock. Well, late for the children. But the boy looked over, and he tugged on the babysitter's sleeve. Now, the babysitter asked, naturally being like a kind person, asked what was wrong. And the boy just pointed over in the corner and said, "I don't like the look of that clown over there." Now, she looked over, and the clown was standing absolutely still, as though it was a statue, and it looked cold, almost as though all the life had been sucked out of it, and it wouldn't move, it wouldn't budge. Now, she wondered why on earth they would have a clown statue in their house, just standing in the corner. It was strange, too. She hadn't really noticed it before, but she could tell it wasn't a normal person. She thought it was just a statue because it was smaller in size to most people. It was almost as though we were in a fun house, and it was just this small, weird little figure just standing there, and it was unnatural. Now, she kind of dismissed it at first, but as the night went on a little bit, she just kept looking over, and she couldn't shake the image of that clown out of her mind. Something about it kind of unnerved her. So, eventually, she decided to call the dad. And
Alright guys, we're in a field now. Heading out, boys. Our journey's like almost over.
so, she called the dad. And the dad answered, and he seemed a little perturbed, like, he didn't really want the babysitter bothering them all day. He didn't really want to deal with his kid. It was just him at that point. So he answered a little bit professional. "Hello?" The babysitter said, "Yeah, is it okay if I put away this clown statue? It's kind of scaring the kids." And it's also a little bit, he cut her off. He said, get out now. Go to the neighbors and call 911. So they did just that. They fled the house. She didn't know why. The whole time she was the whole time she was at the house. She sort of had this sense of mystery. She wanted to go back and see what was so wrong with the baby's house. That's the neighbors, they called 911. The dad came to the house, the neighbor's house, soon after they called 911, called the dad and the mom. And he explained that it wasn't just a man the kid had been seeing in the nightmares, it was a clown. And they didn't know if it was actual nightmares, but they had been writing it off as just nightmares, and it seemed too unbelievable that a clown would come in every so often. Right? As the police investigated the house, they found behind the bookcase that there was a door, and in the door was a little, I guess, lair you could call it, for someone to sleep. They arrested the man, and he was this midget who would dress up as a clown, and he would watch the kids at night. They don't know why, and they don't know how he got into their house in the first place, but all they know is that he had been there for many years. That's basically the story. I don't know if it was any good or not. It freaked me out when I was a kid.
So I can bring you. Not right now.
Here, if we go to the... This is gonna bring us right to the end.
We're deep boys.
No. This is actually terrifying. Can you see the puddles without the camera on? Oh, it's train tracks. We're chilling.
Train tracks.
The fact that there was the one with the floaty cages, that's scary. Oh, the eyes I see over there, that's scary.
Inside.
Oh, wait, everyone come over here. Let's get a picture on the couch.
Yeah, everyone get on the couch. I'll take a photo. Everyone get on the couch and get herpes.
Now we're following the train tracks.
I want you all.
Wait, the light went out?
I packed a shit ton of stuff. And now we...
The Jmg. What do we walk through the door?
Yo, my God.
Film the camera. Film the camera.
No trespassing, police take notice.
For order. This is our mark.
Yeah.
Get the corners. This is our mark. Get those corners.
Nice. It's laminated.
Come back to look
No,
at
he
this.
says it's
Senior-
no,
senior year.
Xander,
Yeah, and the high
Xander, he goes, yeah,
That's
just
put him
not
on
even
even
graffiti.
There's
Yeah.
no risk of walking 1A.
There's no, there's big.
Our legacy has been left.
We're just out in the middle.
Take a street.
What? No! We gotta save it. No!
Don't pee on me, dude.
You found him? Let me see.
Oh god! We saved him, guys.
Don't move! Don't step on my boy!
Frog, there he goes! He's safe. He's submerged. I see him. There he is. Alright,
We're back on the road, boys. Out of the woods.
You gotta take Ethan home. Ethan actually has to be Ethan actually has to get home.
actually has to get home. Yeah, I gotta get in that.
Kyle, how did you find us? How'd you find us, though?
Xander, you fucking legend!
Oh, Ben, I was
Xander was like taking selfies on
Oh,
selfies.
yeah.
Where's
Hey, I'll just walk.
Kyle, good find, kid. Good find.
Come back.
Just fucking, back and
I think it's time. Yeah, you're gonna lose like half your
Yeah,
pay
we'll
by
keep
then.
walking and then
Yeah,
just keep pick us up in Carlisle.
Like, if anything, Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan out of everybody.
Ethan has a curfew. Okay, go ahead, Miles.
boys,
We have a
so-
story to tell.
So we walked all the way through the woods, all the way down the train tracks
For like
right?
an hour.
Yeah, and we came up by the Cutler, the train bridge on Cutler Road, and we were like 3/4 of the way down the road, and there were two cars that went by. The second one just drove by, whatever. The first one.
recording?
Yeah, so that first truck, he came by, when he started to see us, he turned his high beams on.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he passed the last of us, he stopped completely stopped in the road. Like, we all looked back, stayed there for 5 seconds, and then he kept going. Right? And then we get out to the, we see Kyle at the end of the road. That's sick. And then, literally the cop pulls up, and we see from the, coming back out of the road is the truck. Yeah. So
I was just surprised at the fact that
yeah.
like
So-
we moved out of the way of the
Yeah.
truck. The truck
Yeah.
went out of its way
Yeah.
to put on its high beams, turn them off,
Yeah.
slow down,
And
stop
stop.
the car,
I think
call the police.
He wasn't angry at us. He was just like
he was
concerned for our
concerned.
safety.
Yeah,
Which
but
is respectable.
he complained, like, it was a complaint.
I think had we all been wearing like, we're clearly like this is probably has zero effect on the fact, like on what he just did, but like on the cops like actions.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have like a bunch of camping material
Yeah.
and shit like backpacks.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And the fact that we're not wearing like hoodies and like vape
Yeah.
sweatshirts.
I mean,
Yeah.
the cop's fine, like, you know, he's just doing
He's
his
chill,
job.
yeah.
Like,
He's doing his
He
job,
got
yeah.
a call and he was like, whatever, might as well get out. Like, nothing ever happens in Hamilton. You know, he investigated.
Might find something
You know,
interesting.
he had to call, or else the guy in the truck would call the.
People in the truck.
I mean, dude, did you see when they were leaving,
Yeah,
like
they
pulling
just
out? They were
fucking
just
followed
staring at us.
Yeah.
Like when the cop was like leaving too, they were just staring
So
at
weird.
us.
Like I just find it weird that like I get the truck is concerned for our safety, but I also feel like they were probably like
Yeah,
more
I mean, that's-
concerned.
And that was a nice. They were trying to sneak. You know, they were trying to get like the oh, you know, you don't know who we are kind of drive by.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fuck. You have your interior lights on. Like you're looking at us. Like we all stared at your truck for 10 seconds.
Kai Russo though. That was,
Massachusetts.
well, I'll have to mute that.
Yeah. Well, let's be.
All right, so we're heading back now.
Yeah.
Quite the adventure.
Kyle, shout out to Kyle Russo.
Shout out to
For
shout out to
finding
Kyle
us.
Russo.
And shout out to Finney Ice if he shows up too. That'd be great.
All right, so
Yeah, he texted.
if nothing else interesting happens, then we'll see you guys back at the house to reminisce about our road.
Sucking on your toes, bitch. I've been like fuck. With your legs ducks.
We made it back to home base. guys.
Hurt Miles.
What is up, gamers?
Our escort Miles is departing from us. Our 2-hour adventure is finally over.
Started at that time, or no, this is when we ended.
It's at
Right around there.
10:06. Can't see that.
10:08.
My feet hurt.
Yeah,
We're gonna lay down,
I'm incredibly sweaty.
play some Mario Party.
Carrying this backpack full of stuff that we never used. And
We'll be back for final thoughts about this adventure.
Yeah, we'll all circle up. We'll circle up.
Final thoughts, guys.
Oh my god.
Stinks like ass. That was pretty epic. Put them fucking back on, Reed.
I'll be in my shirt. It's so fun, dude.
No, it's
Man, it's gonna like stick to my leather couch when he freaking like puts his sweaty ass back on it. Makes like the Velcro noise when he gets.
So, was it worth it?
No.
Yeah, I had a good time. I enjoyed
Okay,
it.
we have all yeses except for a
This
no.
kid.
Ben, why do you say no?
Because I lugged an entire backpack full of shit out
Swear to God, if
there.
you knock over my board again and the guitar.
Okay.
We didn't tell you to bring the bag.
I feel like
Reed.
we had fun on the journey, but we could have done more.
yeah, I
could've
have
been
to say,
better.
if we had done like,
Yeah.
if we did like a funny skit in the woods, like, oh, epic.
If we did like some like.
Reed is getting into. How are you?
Yes,
they
because
want me to
his
put
feet
my
stink
socks
like
back
garbage.
on.
Yes.
So get a plastic bag and just bag them up.
No.
Like we brought
Look
like
at
10 things, and we didn't even use them.
Yeah, we brought a bunch of shit we didn't really use.
stuff, but we didn't even use any of them.
Yeah, like I thought the point of
How
going
is this
out
better
there
than just
was to like film a skit. I mean that's
Yeah, I do too.
in the field.
Miles sort of like,
Miles kind of actually activated Eagle Scout mode. And
yeah, he just
He
wants
took
some
us on-
adventure.
He just took us on a fucking loop.
Yeah, we did a
I
big
thought we were
loop.
gonna like.
Reed,
brought
you
all
stink
this
like
shit.
fucking. Put your
I brought, like,
socks on.
fucking-
What's so bad?
Alright,
All
is this
socks-
photo,
All
though?
of our socks are
Holy
wet. All
shit.
of our socks are smelly.
Dude, look at the app.
If you guys can find our JMG sign somewhere on the
In the woods.
in the woods, in the
We'll give
wild.
You get to be in a video. Yeah, if you find the JMG sign and where we put that, you're in our next video. See you later, chums.
First one to find it gets $20 from me.
Oh.
That's a promise.
That's a promise.
I'll
I'll post that on my thing.
$5 for me.
$30.
If we have the
$30.
35 because I'm pitching in 5.
No, we each had to put in monetary.
I'll post right now the video and be like,
Yeah,
if you find
you
our
gotta-
sign.
You got to
Win $20.
Yeah, you win.
You gotta take a selfie. You can't, if you rip it down, you get disqualified. You have to take a selfie next to it. And
not going to be a time.
tweet it
There's
at
so many
us
signs
at
that
the
say
JMG with fellas.
tweet all of our names at my.
It shouldn't be.
tweet at my yes, tweet at Michelle Obama, tweet at Donald Trump. You know, all the necessaries.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama will fucking like turn into Skipper
Private Rico.
Tweet at
What?
Excuse me?
we're going through everyone.
No, make sure the picture
Sander,
is
you're,
just the sign
you
so
can't
don't know
say
any
people's
background of
names.
it.
Tweet at chill. These are
Alright.
just random people on
We'll
my
edit
feed.
that out.
This is Instagram. Why would you tweet people on Instagram?
Speech 100.
Fuck.
Okay. Alright, this has been JMG in the Wild.
Hey.
Part 1.
Yeah, part 1.
Part 1.
More parts to occur.
Maybe some Mario Party. Maybe some Mario.
Yeah, we'll do
JMG
that.
does exercise.
Alright,
Basically
bye.
what that